Hello and welcome to Dancing with the Stars. My name is Jack.
And I'm Cyndi.
Yours is a little better.
Well, I have a little ballet and skating in me, so I used a little bit of that. What are you trying to do?
Oh! I'm hitting the desk.
Okay.
I apologize. It was not an earthquake. It was just me hitting the desk. It was kind of cramp quarters here.
Yes.
We have a new season of Dancing with the Stars.
It's been a year.
Has it been a year?
It has a year since it was on last year.
Yeah.
And we didn't finish last year because we weren't really thrilled with last year's ending.
We didn't do the last episode?
I don't think so because we were kind of bummed of who won. Not there was anything wrong with the guy.
No, and Sharna and Sharna and didn't ask her back.
No. Anyway, that's a whole. I don't know what that's all about.
I'm not happy with that.
But anyway, so I don't think we ended it because we were just as upset, I think, as everybody was how it ended. You can't fault. Was the guy's name Bobby, right?
Bobby the country guy.
Yes. No.
He played country music.
Yes.
It was Bobby.
He was a country radio or did
Bobby
something.
Brady.
He had great
fan base.
So that really helped.
Bobby Brady, is that what it was?
It wasn't Brady. You're thinking of the Brady Bunch.
I know.
Anyway, but anyway, I don't think we did the last one. I'm almost positive.
Well, I don't know if we did the last one or not, but anyway.
It's our first time doing it on YouTube, though.
Well, yeah, it's going to be a YouTube and via podcast through the Jay and Jack Podcasting Network. Just go on Facebook and click, but just click Dancing with the Stars Jay and Jack Podcasting Network, and it'll show up. And you can listen to it, you can watch us, you can do whatever you want. All that fun stuff. But my first take before we get into the dancers,
okay,
not a lot of great dancers.
I would agree with you. There wasn't because usually when you go and you see it, you're like, oh come on, those guys are like ringers. They're like really good. They had some kind of dance background or done something in that area, and so you're like right away like, okay, they really stand out. They were so much stronger than the other ones, and that wasn't the case.
Yeah, because there were like 5 people like going, I could do better than them. Yeah. Okay, 3. 2, maybe 2.
2. I would give you 2, not 5.
Maybe not 2. At all. I don't know. And then we have. What you want to address the Christy Brinkley now, or wait till we get to it?
Well, let's wait till we get to her.
Okay. Well, anyway, we'll start off. They were doing surprise who was going to be there, and it's funny.
And the scenery, it was all like gold. I think what's the host guy's name? Anyway,
Tom Bergeron.
Yes, he's like it's like the Willy Wonka chocolate factory because with the golden ticket. And then I guess they had like little cocktail tables around the.
I saw
that, and then they were fake drinks. So he's like, the ones who are thinking that those guys are having wine or something. Let me show you what it really is, and it was a fake drink.
Oh, did he pour out?
He didn't pour out, which I thought was funny. So I like those two together, him and Aaron. I think they're funny.
They do work well together.
Yeah, they do very well. You can see now. There's a point when they made that change because
it's great chemistry. I think, between the two.
Absolutely.
So anyway, I forgot what I was going to say.
They did the mystery of who the.
But everyone said. You were always hoping to get.
Yeah, most of them did say that.
And then, but one guy who's we'll get to him later. I didn't recognize him, and she did. She goes, "Come on, you don't know who I am."
Was it?
Yeah, it was a guy. What was his name? Oh, Pasha. When Kate Kate Flannery from The Office. Oh yeah, and he goes, I know who you are, but you know who I am because I didn't know him either.
Yeah.
Like, she's like going,
because he's a new pro dancer. There's 2 new pro dancers on here tonight.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get started, and we'll start off with Hannah and Alan doing the cha-cha.
Yes, and Hannah was the Bachelorette person, right?
Yeah, I don't watch The Bachelorette.
I don't watch it either.
I was wondering if Hannah, if Hannah, your house is burning down.
Well, she was probably...
Hannah, someone stole your car.
Aw, don't pick on her.
I'm just kidding. She's very happy.
Well, I like Alan as a pro dancer. He's one of my top 3 guys, and I thought, and I liked him. And I thought, she did. I mean, the first one out, she looks pretty. I thought pretty good.
She seemed confident.
She seemed confident.
Her head was up.
Yep, her posture wasn't too bad. I think she's going to be. It's kind of so early in the stage. It's what do we got? 12, 10 weeks, something like that. This goes on. So we've got a ways.
But I think I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go.
I think that she's definitely in the top 5 right now.
I would agree. And then
not saying a lot, but she's in the top 5.
No, exactly. But I really liked her. I thought she did a good job. I liked the costume. It was all right. Everything else was. It was just it looked like an old figure skating costume. Like there was no imagine. I mean, they could. I don't know. It was. They kind of.
It was. Yeah, I was kind of like.
I wasn't impressed with it, but otherwise, I thought she did a pretty good job. So what was her score?
Carrie Ann gave a 7.
Right.
Len a 7, and Bruno
a 6.
A 6.
Well, and they're doing things differently now. They want to make sure that they see real dancing steps. So they changed things up a little bit. I think they were probably just as upset as all of us fans were about who. Not that don't want to say they were upset that he won, because that's not true.
To be fair to him, he improved it.
Absolutely, but was he the best dancer? No.
And
so I think they all got together and figured out a way to maybe not have the fan base count as much, which doesn't make sense.
Like I said, the fan base should count up until like the last 3 or 4 weeks. I said this last year. I said, get fan base. It's because it's a fan-driven show.
Right.
You want the fans, because I know people complained about me complaining about it last year because, it is a fan-base driven show, and it should be, if the fans, that's who the fans want. But it's just like, for me personally, I want to see the best person winning. It could be my favorite actor of all time, but I want to see the person that deserves to win.
I agree with you,
That's just me.
I don't disagree with you there.
But anyway.
So they're doing that, and then there's going to be some surprise things. So I'm wondering, because I remember one season, the judges got to, if somebody was eliminated, the judges got to bring them back in, and they got to go through the round again. This is before we were we were podcasting it. So I'm interested to see what some of the stuff is. They're not going to tell us all at once. They'll spread it out, but I'm looking forward to
it's Dancing with the Stars. They don't give you all the information all at once.
And another thing, too, I hate is, they start out, like, everybody talk a lot, the judges talk a lot, and then the poor people that are towards the end of the show, okay, let's go, we got to get going. I'm just like, couldn't you figure it out as you're spacing
Bruno,
things
stay
out?
in your seat, we got to get going.
I don't know, like have some kind of clock somewhere so somebody knows that everybody gets equal amount of speaking.
They do always run at time at the end.
And towards the end, they just rush through it. So, anyway.
But anyway, that's the way it is. Next up, we had Kel and Whitney doing the tango, and Kel is from
Good Burgers. Welcome
Good
to,
Burger.
What is it? Welcome
to the Good Burger home with the burger. Can I take your order, please? Something like that. And I said, God, he's changed.
Well, he was a kid.
I know, but it's just like
I remember our kids used to watch that all the time. But
Keenan and Kel.
Doesn't he look like Kevin Hart?
Oh yeah, a little bit.
I thought he kind of looked like
taller.
Kevin Hart. Oh, don't pick on Kevin Hart. He's like his back's broken.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought he had a little bit of look like that. I didn't realize there was a Good Burger place wherever he was at. Do you think that was just made for that, or was it really a Good Burger place?
I don't know if there's a Good Burger place.
But I bet the guy behind was like,
home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order, please?
Anyway, I thought it was
it's funny because with Keenan went on to have
great success. He's hilarious on Saturday Night Live. Some of the shows he does, some of the scenes he does, or characters.
What's up with that?
What's up with that? We love that one.
But but Kel and Whitney, I thought they did a better job than what they got.
I'm with you 100%. I thought he did a really good job. But again, they're being more. There's a really paying attention to the footwork and to the tempo, musicality, and all those areas that I think are important. And so, anyway, I was disappointed. I didn't think, when they get some 5s in there, I'm just like, that wasn't a 5.
Carrie Ann gave a 6.
Right.
Len a 5, and Bruno
a 5.
A 5.
But I just didn't think they were 5.
No,
because when you go later in the show, there's a couple people that got 5s, which they didn't do as well as him. So I was just like,
well, I think it's your old saying when you judging skates as figure skating. Going first is always the worst.
Yeah, I always wanted my students to go towards the end. Like, there was 10 in them. I would like them to be 7, 8, 9, 10 in that little area. 10 would have been awesome, but it doesn't always work that way.
But there was no 10s today.
Yes.
Next up, we have Kate and Pasha doing the cha-cha.
And that's Kate from The Office, right? Yeah. I was really impressed with her. I was like,
because she played the drunk on The Office.
Yeah, and she looks so old and just so like
on the
Office. Yes. Because she said she graduated from college like 25 years ago. So she's obviously younger than me. Because I graduated from college like, 40-something years ago. No. That would make me,
well, you're old.
I am old.
You're old.
But at least 35 years ago. Yeah. So I'm just saying,
Yeah, she looked
because she looks older.
She looks a lot younger.
Than she did on the show.
I think that was part of the reason.
Yeah, you're right. And you see who else was there? Is it not Phyllis? Is it who was the one with the cat person with the blonde? What was her name?
Angela. She
was there in the audience. Yeah, she was there watching. And then the other lady that did, she's done a lot of shows. Anyway, I can't think of her name. She was there sitting with them too. But I was impressed. I really thought she did a great job.
I thought she did a great job. It was maybe a little slow for a cha-cha.
Yeah, but I just thought, I don't know, maybe because I was expecting her to be like not that great because
I wrote down a little stiff.
Okay. I just thought my expectations were she met and exceeded my expectations.
Well, if that's the case,
all right.
Then all right for
anyway,
you.
I thought that was I liked her.
I liked her personality.
Costume was great.
She looked
good. Everything about her looked fabulous.
The opening thing they did with the Office thing, that was funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
I enjoyed it. I think she'll stay around for a while. At this point, we're going to take a commercial break. So next up, we have Lamar and PETA doing the foxtrot.
Now, this is hard. You know, when someone is so much taller than you...
He's 6'11".
Right, and she's 5'7". And I noticed that basketball players... Is it because they're so lengthy? Like, lanky? They're lanky, their arms or legs? Because even when in skating, figure skaters, when girls were tall and their arms and legs are a little longer than the average, they just don't have the grace. And I really noticed that in dancing too, that they just don't have.
Well, being short myself, I don't know.
But he really didn't have much rhythm. No. And very stiff.
I wrote down stiff.
Yeah, very stiff.
I don't know if I mentioned they're doing the foxtrot.
Yeah, and then this is PETA.
PETA,
thank you.
PETA.
Coming back in like
after
4 years. Is it 2 years? Okay.
She's been a mommy.
Yes, and I'm just like, they couldn't have given her a better dance partner.
Well, it's all random, right?
They say it's all random. Or do they give the most popular dance professionals with some of the, maybe they think they're not going to be as great dancers, so that maybe they would stay around a little bit longer and don't get voted off.
Because people say, I like PETA, I want to see PETA each
because
week.
I would always vote for Val's person, no matter if I didn't like, even if I didn't think she was a great dancer, because I always wanted Val to win. What?
I don't.
Okay.
I think it's wrong.
But yeah, he was like, I kind of felt embarrassed him.
Yeah, he said he goes, I can dance. I can do it.
No.
And it's different. Ballroom dancing is different than dancing.
He just I felt like he was just walking through the steps. I didn't feel like he had any rhythm. I didn't feel like he really understood the musicality of it. I just didn't think, and of course it's his first time. I'm sure he'll improve.
Yeah.
But the scores he got:
Carrie Ann a 5,
right?
Lynn a 3, and Bruno a 3.
I would agree with all those scores.
Yeah, I was.
Again,
has anyone ever got a 3 before? Not since I've been watching. I don't think.
I don't think so.
I was like a 3. Whew, right. That's brutal. Next up, we have Lauren and Gleb. Is it Gleb? Gleb. I always say it wrong. Doing the cha-cha. I thought this was a pretty good dance. And
Lauren was the country singer, right?
Right.
I thought she was adorable.
And she had a great bubbly personality.
Yeah, great personality. Look, she was having a blast out there. You know, again, we all watch this show for many reasons. Obviously to enjoy the music, the dancing. But I also love when I see someone enjoying themselves in life, and it just makes you put like a little smile on your face.
Because we've talked about before in some of our other podcasts where you get that person that's
just whiny,
stick in the mud, and doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
You're like going, why
sign on? Right? Why did
they give you a lot of money to come on there and be a complainer? We're watching this show for entertainment, and we know it's hard, and people get hurt, as we're going to see later on, which we talk about later on. But yeah, have a good. And she said, I didn't even know who she was.
I neither. I didn't. We're not big country music fans. We were real old school 70s and 80s music.
Yeah,
is what we mostly like.
We're real old.
We are.
So,
but anyway, and I like a lot of popular music. But I liked it. I thought she did a great job. I thought her scores basically matched what she did out there.
Yeah, I thought it was fair.
It was very good. It was great. She had great music. Well, she's a singer, so she should have good musicality.
She had Shania Twain.
Yeah, I love that song. It reminded me when my niece and our youngest daughter, they did a little routine to this song years ago. I mean, I think they were probably 7 and 5, or I can't remember their age differences. Maybe
that's how old that song is.
It is, and it was funny. It was on recently on our daughter's house, and one daughter was like, "Well, why does she have all guys, and why is she wearing why is she the girl with guys behind playing guitar? What's the whole purpose?" And I thought it was that one where it was opposite. Where what's the guy? He died. Robert Palmer. Yeah, he does it with girls playing the guitar, and then he's the singer in there. And then I think that was just kind of like playing off of that women can still do the same thing. Anyway. And then you know what? Like 5 minutes later, that song came on. I go, there, that's the video. That's why it's this way. Anyway, so.
Carrie Ann a 7, Lynn a 6, and Bruno
a 6.
A 6. Which I thought I agree with you.
Yeah.
Fair scores.
Yeah, absolutely.
Moving on, we have Sailor Brinkley, because Sailor Brinkley Cook taking over for her mom, Christy Brinkley,
right?
Because she broke her wrist.
Wouldn't you all agree? Stunning woman, Christy Brinkley.
I think because we had someone on our Facebook page said, I think it was Angela, said that they were a little concerned if she really did break her arm.
Right, and we know from being in the skating business, we teach people, do not put your hands down when you're going to fall, because if you use your hand to stop yourself from falling, all your weight is on that, and you've got that lower part of your hand, or arm.
Plus, I think we're forgetting, like you said, Christy Brinkley is 65. She doesn't look 65.
No, gosh, no.
She probably looks like she's in her 40s.
Yes,
and
stunning. I mean, who couldn't be jealous of that look? I am. I'm jealous. I wish I could look like her.
And I even said on the Facebook page, I go, one time I broke my hand here, roughing. I put my hand down. It wasn't hard.
No.
And I went, oh, that kind of hurt. And then later I went to the doctor. I had to wear a splint because I broke my hand.
Well, again, we always teach people, don't put your hands down. You're going to fall. Don't use that to break your fall because it's your whole body weight on that one part of your bone right here, and it will shatter. I mean, I know it looked like she fell that hard, but she put her weight down.
I thought it might be in a lift or something like that, but she just
lost her footing, put her hand down, and then it just took all the impact.
Spots. So again,
and she got a plate and some screws too.
So I just think it would be too hard. I mean, if you have screws and all that, that's like 6-7 months of
absolutely
wearing a cast and stuff like that. So I'm going to say it was real.
I would agree. I can't imagine she would fake that.
So and her daughter's doing with Val doing the foxtrot,
and they said the Uptown Girl.
Uptown Girl was
a great one
for Billy Joel.
Yeah, and she was in it, Christy Brinkley. And I thought for 3 days, only 3 days of rehearsrsal, she looked pretty good out there.
And she looks like her mom.
Oh my gosh! Like I think one of them that just said there's twins.
Yeah, because there's the picture I'm posting that you saw before this show started. Well, if you're watching the YouTube channel, it shows her, and I go, God, that looks just like her mom.
Yeah.
So anyway, for 3 days, I thought she did a fantastic job. I think that
her mom was so proud of her. That wasn't she?
Yes. She clapped like this.
No, she didn't.
I'm kidding. Anyways, they did the foxtrot. I thought the scores were fair.
Yes.
We have Carrie Ann a 6, Lynn a 6, and Bruno
a 6.
A 6.
But she could have got a little bit of sympathy vote too because she was thrown into that 3 days.
But I think it was fair.
Okay.
It wasn't. You think it was lower than a 6?
No, but again, I go back to who was it that they gave fives to, and I thought that was at least a 6 or a 7 in the beginning of that. Was it Cal?
Or Kate?
Yeah.
Oh no, Cal.
Cal, him. I was like, I really liked him. So anyway,
it could have been sympathy.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, 3 days, and next up we have Camaro. Is it Camaro? Camaro. I'll figure it out before it's and Jenna doing the salsa. You don't.
Yes,
you don't
I
know.
can't. I don't know how. No, I'm bad with pronunciation.
Camaro.
All right.
Camaro. And
he's on the Queer Eyes show.
Yeah. So I apologize ahead of time. I tried to write it out, but I watched it yesterday, and so it's okay. With me,
we appreciate you trying.
I'm trying,
right.
and we'll get it right. And I apologize.
But
they're doing the salsa. I thought he did a great job.
Yeah. Again, I guess the marks are so low because it is the first night. But I enjoyed it too. I thought the music was perfect music for him. I thought he's someone that's going to be definitely someone we want to see.
Great personality.
Great personality. Maybe he'd be in the top 5 eventually. So yeah, I thought he did a great job.
Yeah, I thought so too. But you had Carrie Ann a 6, Lynn a 5, and Bruno a 6.
A 6.
I thought it was good scores. I thought it was a better. Again, it's the beginning, and they're being real tight with the scores. Next up, you have Ray Lewis and Cheryl.
Yes.
Doing the salsa, and I think Ray Lewis's approach is going to be, give me 10s or I'll kill you.
I don't think that's going to be his approach.
That's the way he played on the football field.
I know, but I wouldn't want to be against him. No. We've been to the Baltimore a couple times. Yeah. Great stadium, great fans. Yeah. That was probably of all the stadiums we've been to. That was probably our favorite place with the fans.
That's why because since my team moved,
the San Diego Chargers.
I no longer root for the Chargers.
So I said he had to pick a team, and you picked Baltimore.
I picked the Ravens because of the fans.
Yeah,
there was only one fan we ever went there, and actually the other fans threatened to knock him out.
Yeah, I remember that
because he was being so obnoxious.
Right.
To us, we weren't doing anything to him, and even his wife was like, "Stop!" And he wouldn't. And the fans said, "Either you stop, or we're going to knock you out." Right. Basically, that's what they said to him.
But, great fans. We've been there twice. We went there twice for games, and great city
to watch the San Diego Chargers.
San Diego Chargers, not the LA Chargers. But again, and I've seen that statue. It's a very beautiful statue. I have a picture of it. So. And I thought it was cool how I know what is it, Lynn didn't like it, but I like how they started the beginning of how he used to do his coming out of the tunnel. So I thought that was a good move, and I thought he did a really good job.
I thought he got...
They didn't get great marks, but I thought he did a great job.
I thought he deserved better than what
I did.
Again,
too.
I'm saying I'd give him a 10 because I don't want to get beat
But
up.
I think they're really looking at the steps, the posture. I mean, a couple of times his shoulders did drop a little bit, and that will get better over time. But I thought the first night out, I thought he did a great job.
He got 5s across the board.
Yes, he did.
But I thought I would have given him 6 or 7.
Yeah.
You know me, but I'm I'm a nice guy. Next up, we have Mary Wilson and Brandon.
Who is 75, another person who looks fabulous for her age.
I thought she was like in her 50s.
And she, even her body and her rhythm and everything about her wasn't even like, she didn't seem... When I'm thinking 75, I feel like, oh my gosh, I have to get out of this chair.
I'm thinking like me. Because right now I'm 57. I feel 75.
Yes, you do. But she had great energy. She was enthusiastic. I love what she said when he asked her if she could dance or if she had rhythm. And she goes, I'm black. Of course I can dance. I thought that was hilarious. But anyway, and it reminded me of my mom. My mom was a big Supremes fan back in the day. But I thought she did a great job. And for 75 years old, good for her. I mean, what a great job.
Well, Brandon seemed excited to be working with her.
Yeah.
Because, it's a Supreme.
Yeah, exactly. Which is a great, memory to be able to say you
danced
with a Supreme.
Like, again, she did not dance like she was 75.
Absolutely
she
not.
Didn't
because they've had some older people on the show. And you could see, you could just see
Geraldo.
You can. Oh my God, poor Geraldo. I've never seen someone who has Latin in his blood not have any rhythm. But anyway, I was impressed. But her scores were, I feel, are warranted.
I thought Lynn was a little chintzy, but
again, they're looking at steps and all those areas. But she kept saying 75 and a half. She must be the same age as Lynn. And then he was basically saying he didn't think he could dance like that anymore.
Yeah, well, are they the same age? Because I thought that was maybe he was a little older.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. I was going to look it up. I forgot.
Okay.
I forgot to look it up. But Carrie Ann a 6, Lynn a 5, and Bruno.
I'm excited to see how far she goes. Again, she looks great for her age, and had you couldn't even. I would say if I didn't know her age, I thought she was like late 40s, early 50s.
She's not going to win because she probably can't do the faster dances.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way. I don't know. I bet she'll surprise us. I don't know.
I liked her. I thought she was great. And next up, we have Allie and Sasha doing the cha-cha.
Yeah, and they weren't crazy about it. They thought she was like all over the place, messy, too enthusiastic.
She's a singer, right?
Right. And they just felt like she was too much energy. They felt
maybe she was doing she was doing her own thing,
right, and not really paying attention to the steps and doing what needed to be done. As far as again, they're going to keep emphasizing that, I think, because they've changed that whole format. But I didn't think she was 5s and 6. At all.
I thought she'd get a 7, but again, what do I know? But no, that Carrie Ann a 5, Lynn a 5, and Bruno. Bruno liked it better than the other two. Obviously with the score, but he even said when he was talking about it, he goes,
she still needed, she was sometimes ahead of the music, and really didn't, some of the steps weren't there that needed to be, and they just felt like she needed to slow down a little bit, and she was like maybe too over enthusiastic.
Yeah, and it's the first night, and it's tough, and
right.
you're...
And they didn't know if her hair was the reason why it was getting in the way.
You're doing something that's not in your comfort zone.
Correct.
It's people go, well, I can dance. It's ballroom dancing.
Exactly.
You have to have the right, you mentioned several times, footwork. You have to have your arms.
Yeah, your shoulders, everything that you have to do.
Everything has to be...
Sorry.
Everything has to be... You could have just left it there. Would have got away.
Well, I didn't know it was going to be in the thing.
Anyway, so you have to be... Everything has to be perfect.
True.
But, it is what it is. Next up, we have Sean and Lindsay doing the salsa. And I do like how Aaron pointed out his shirt looked like Jerry Seinfeld's puffy shirt.
But you know what?
I don't want to be a pirate.
That guy has been ridiculed. Whatever his reason is. I always say, I taught my kids, be careful who you associate with, that kind of thing. So they know that some of that stuff I guess he deserved. But good for him that he had a great attitude. Went out there, had fun, couldn't dance.
Can't dance with it.
No, very stiff.
I think he's the first one, guy.
Yeah, I think so too.
Even though Lamar Odom's bad, I think Lamar Odom has a better fan base than probably Sean Spicer.
I would agree with you. But I give that guy credit. It's like you trying to go out there and dance, and I think it would have been hard for you.
Well, when he was playing the bongos.
Well, they say they're like...
Even I noticed, I go, he's not even in rhythm doing it.
But he's doing it. I mean, God, talk about being...
out of your element.
Out of your element and your comfort zone. And I don't know if I could do those things.
I go, I like Lindsay as a dancer. And
I do too.
She's going to be gone at the start. I mean,
I'm following her on YouTube. Her sisters do the Arnold sisters of a little thing now about
But she's always fun.
Yeah, she is.
And so I was like, she'll be gone right away.
Yeah, but anyway, his scores were 4s.
4s across the board.
I felt that he deserved it, but what did Lamar, did he get 3s?
He got a 5 and 2 3s.
Yeah, I would say Sean was a little bit better than Lamar.
Yeah, it wasn't by much.
No, but it was definitely, he was definitely better.
What'd she say? She goes, he starts out, you're basically preschool.
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 Lindsay said preschool.
Because I was like, going, oh my, it's because it's, you almost kind of see you, because I go, well, that's how I would look.
Right.
Going into
you have a little more rhythm than that, though.
Maybe a little more, but it's like going, oh my God, he's bad. I go, God, they couldn't give it to someone else who... But, like you said, maybe they gave him Lindsay because maybe she'll have
like
the
her fan base of hers would
but
be... Yeah.
It's going to be tough. I don't see him having much of a
Is
fan
elimination
base.
next week?
Next week is the elimination.
Okay.
We didn't vote today.
Right.
We vote next week.
Okay.
And last up, we have James and Emma doing the tango. James Vander...
He was really good. I think he's the guy to watch.
Yeah, I think...
he really composed himself. He looked like he was playing the part. He loves theater. He's a theater geek, as he said, so this was in his element.
He feeds off
a live
he has
audience.
5 kids, all with blonde hair.
Yes, adorable little kids. Poor wife.
I like when he said to the one daughter, he goes, would you vote for me or it was someone? And he goes, you?
Oh, kids gotta love them. They're always honest. But I thought definitely his score. He had the top score of the evening, and I think he definitely deserved it. There wasn't a thing that they had a couple things that they said he didn't do right, but I thought he did a great job.
But for the first week,
yeah, I thought he did awesome. And I was
to be honest with
impressed.
you, he was the best. I thought the best of the night.
I would agree with you, and the score reflected that.
7s across the board.
Right.
I thought. It was a James Vander Beek, right? Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah, he's. He just seemed the most polished.
And I didn't realize that was Emma because she dyed her hair.
Yeah,
it was dark. I was wondering if
that?
Sasha's. I wonder why Sasha's wife's not on it. They didn't say anything about her not being on it. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, that's her. Just darker hair.
Yeah, I didn't recognize her either. So
that was interesting. But good, I thought she did a good job with them, and he just looked great. He looked like he was meant to be there. Like this was his thing. He could do this.
But again,
easily.
There wasn't that one dancer you go. Because we've had in the past, we have 2 or 3
exactly
people
where they just
stand
stand out.
That they've had dancing.
Yes,
they've done it. And they just
right, and they just stand out so much.
They kill it. I think this is more of how. Maybe this is why they did this also, and they got weaker dancers because last season you had 3 or 4 people that were just nailing it.
Right.
And like I said, Bobby wasn't terrible, and again he was with Sharna, who's a great coach
and dancer,
but. You had at least 3 people that were better than him.
I would agree.
But they were good from the start.
Right.
Bobby improved each week, and he kept improving each week.
I would agree there.
These dancers, it's like there wasn't anyone like go, oh my God, that person. It looks like it's because we've always talked about that person looks like they could be the dancer.
Yes, and we have said that before.
No,
nobody
on
of those
stood out
that they
so
were
I think they got people.
The only one that was the closest was the James guy, but he wasn't that much of a standout.
No, he wasn't like, oh my God, he's gonna win it easily.
Right.
At this point, I think there's 4 or 5 people.
I thought they picked some good. I thought it was a good crop of people. I think it'll be interesting to see how it lies out, and I can't tell you who's going to be the standout at the end. That's how great it is of the people they chose.
Yeah. So anyway, that's all we got for this week. If you like what we're doing, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. But if you like, give us a phone call at 385-309-0311.
Call anytime.
Once again, it's 385-309-0311. Calling with time to your questions,
comments, or theories, so you get dry mouth.
Or you can send us an email. We had another email, but
we can't find it. Old people.
But it's just send it to crazyhanktv at
I'm sorry, at gmail.com.
Once again,
crazyhanktv at gmail.com.
You go on our Facebook page, Jane Jack Facebook page, and there's usually a thread there to all the comments, and we usually read comments from that. If you'd like to become a go to Amazon.
I forgot about that. So Amazon is another great way that all the podcasts hopefully earns a little money. And all you have to do is just go on the jayandjack.com, and in the corner there's the Amazon thing. You just click it, and it'll go right to your page. You don't do anything else. Whatever you purchase that you normally purchase,
you buy like $1 million worth of stuff.
Yeah, a little bit comes back to the
$8.
A little bit comes back to the podcasters, and it helps a little bit here and there for them too.
Or you become a patron. Again, go to jayandjack.com, click on the patron thing. We'll take from $1 to $1 million. Still wait for that $1 million person.
Okay, well, we never know. Got a dream.
$1 million person, but we also have we thank all our patrons. We're going to thank 6 patrons right now. Tack from Paris, Eckhart Rickner Glaffler, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with a Plan, Ed the Creepy Letter Carrier, and Drake the Destroyer. Thanks for what you do, and thanks for everyone what you do, and thanks for everyone who listens to us. Not forget, on the Jane Jack Podcast Network, you have not only Dancing with the Stars, you have the broadcast, you have Survivor coming back.
You have
the RCA Dcast.
Yes.
And Jay and Jack, the Jay and Jack show's coming back, and we're going to be doing a show from The Watchmen.
Ooh.
So that's coming too to a
theater near you. No.
Theater near you. But anyway,
podcast near you.
Podcast near you. But that's all we got. We're out of here.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.